Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eastwood for Life fan, and this video will feature my January pickups and slightly a little bit later than never, but I'll be showcasing the westerns and TV series that I picked up. The first one is a DVD, and it's an American western, goes by the name of Apache, starring Burt Lancaster and directed by Robert Aldrich. And this was a cheap buy. Bought this for a couple of quid, and mainly bought this for the reason that Charles Bronson had a supporting role in this, in one of his earlier sort of movies in the 50s. And this is a sort of western, sort of like Indian on the run, which was later done in movies like Chado's Land and Navajo Joe. But I was kind of disappointed, but it was average, but it was good to see Charles Bronson in an early role. And another American western that I picked up from the 1950s was a movie by the name of Jabal. And again, Charles Bronson is in this movie as well. There he is, in another supporting role. And this was a cheap buy as well, but I also bought it for the reason that Glenn Ford, Ernest Borgnine and Rod Steiger was in this movie as well. So that's Jabal. And I do know there is a Criterion Blu-ray version of this, and I've yet to see this movie, but if it is a good movie, then I might upgrade to the Criterion version. So that's Jabal. I bought a couple of spaghetti westerns in January, and this one is The Return of Ringo, starring Giuliano Gemma. And this is actually the sequel to the first movie, which was called A Pistol for Ringo, which was fairly average spaghetti western. But I've not yet seen this movie, but the reviews are that this one's a lot better. This is a German release of this movie, put out by Koch Media. And Koch Media normally put out DVDs and Blu-rays, and they remaster their titles. So I got this for a good price. And Giuliano Gemma done near enough 20 spaghetti westerns, and one of the key faces in the spaghetti western genre. And then another spaghetti western I picked up was a movie by the name of Tequila, starring Anthony Stephan, another regular face in the spaghetti western genre. And actually this was a bootleg that I bought on eBay UK, and bought this from a very reliable seller who goes by the name of Best of the Best 2011. And again, this was a very cheap buy, and I mainly bought this for the reason that this movie, although I've never heard of this, has never had an official release or an English audio release. And I do have quite a few movies of Anthony Stephan, so this goes in my spaghetti western collection. Tequila. And onto the Blu-rays, I bought 1950s western Vera Cruz, another movie directed by Robert Aldrich, starring Burt Lancaster and Gary Cooper. And again, I bought this for the reason that Charles Bronson has a supporting role in this. And I've not seen this movie, but I've heard good reviews of Vera Cruz, so I look forward to watching this. And another western, more modern day, is The Quick and the Dead, directed by Sam Raimi of The Evil Dead. And surprisingly enough, I've never seen this movie, although I do have heard of this. And again, it was a cheap buy, and with a superb cast in this movie: Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe and Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm definitely looking forward to watching this movie. Then on to some TV series that I bought. Probably two of the biggest TV series that are going out there at the moment. And the first one is The Walking Dead, which I bought in my local CX store, and I bought this really cheap for a price of £5. And I must be one of the only people that's never watched an episode of The Walking Dead. And not really a fan of the comedy zombie movies, but I do like the more serious movies. And I did like the Flesh Eaters and Zombies Dawn of the Dead movies back in the day. So this is fairly similar storyline to Zombies Dawn of the Dead. Then I think I'll look forward to watching this series. And another series that I picked up is a Zavi release of Game of Thrones Season 1 Steelbook with the magnet, and fantastic show. I have watched the first 5 seasons of this, but I waited for the price drop on this, and it got dropped down to about £16, and I thought I better jump on this. And I've yet to see the 6th season of Game of Thrones, and as a collector's piece this was well worth it. And I suppose these two are the biggest TV series going at the moment, and I'd be curious to know from fans who currently watch both of these TV series, which one is the better series out of the two, and why, and what am I expecting to see from The Walking Dead. So please subscribe and drop a comment, and I'll look forward to hearing the comments. So a recap of all the titles that I got: a couple of TV series and some westerns, a few spaghetti westerns and American westerns and TV series. So this is part 1 of my January pickups. And many thanks for the people that have subbed to my channel and dropped comments, and I'll be dropping a part 2 of my January pickups maybe tomorrow. Okay, take care guys, and see you in the next video.